one and all. Welcome to the 8th edition of ISTD-IIMT Upskilling Lecture Series on Your Career, Your Responsibility. I am Alok Arun, Professor in Charge, Training and Placement, IIMT Bhubaneswar, is your host for today's session. The ISTD-IIMT Upskilling Series, led by ISTD Bhubaneswar chapter in collaboration with IIMT Bhubaneswar, aims to equip individuals with essential corporate skills covering areas such as communication, leadership, teamwork, and problem solving. The program includes workshops, seminars, and practical exercises. It prepares participants to navigate the corporate world effectively, fostering adaptability and confidence for success in various roles and situations. Moving on to today's schedule. I hope the PPT is visible to everyone.
Yeah, visible.
We have with us Dr. Pramod Kumar Pusti sir, Dean Academics, IIMT Bhubaneswar. Dr. Paresh Chandra Mahanti sir, Director at Talent Sigma Professionals Private Limited and Secretary at ISTD Bhubaneswar chapter. Our guest speaker, Mr. Jaswant Narayan Singlal, Founder and Managing Director, Identity Group, Master Career Counselor, UNICEF and Department of School and Mass Communication. So this is the 8th edition of this upskilling lecture series. So previous edition has been taken by first edition was covered by Dr. Paresh Chandra Mahanti sir. The second edition was covered by Dr. Purnima Bakshi madam and Mr. Mohit Jain. The third edition was covered by Dr. Megha Sharma and Mr. Kaushik Anand. The fourth one was covered by Mr. Manas Pratim Goswami and Ms. Meena Naik. The fifth edition was covered by Mr. Siddharth Mohanty. The sixth edition was covered by Mr. Siddharth Sau. And the last edition was covered by Mr. Arvind Das. So let me read out the small introduction about Dr. Paresh Chandra Mahanti sir. Dr. Paresh Chandra Mahanti sir was a banker for 25 years and has worked in various capacities in India and abroad. Currently he is the Secretary of ISTD Bhubaneswar chapter. He was a corporate trainer for 17 years, expertise in management, banking, and finance. He is a motivational speaker and has been conducting career counseling sessions for students of various management and technical colleges. As a guest faculty, he has been taking sessions on OB, management, and banking for various management colleges and guides job seekers to participate in GT and how to face the interview board. He is an author of several books and has published various articles in reputed magazines in India and abroad. He is a YouTuber and gives radio talks for improving personality of rural students and youth in urban slums. He is also the editor of the e-magazine, The Mirror of ISTD Bhubaneswar chapter. Now let me read out the introduction of Mr. Jaswant Narayan Singhal. Mr. Jaswant Narayan Singhal is having expertise in corporate training, outbound training, English language and communication, voice and accent training, employability coaching, career counseling, parenting, teachers training, mentoring, motivational talks, employee counseling for workplace performance. Mr. Singlal has masters in linguistics, PhD research scholar at VSU Burla, empaneled career counselor and consultant in UNICEF, DHSC and OSCPA, Government of Odisha, empaneled facilitator, trainer for Gopabandhu Academy and Madhusudan Regional Academy, BBSR, head of learning and development and career cell at ODM Educational Group, Bhubaneswar, teachers trainer for Regional Directorate of DAV Institution, Odisha Zone 1 since 2013. Xavier's Group, ODM Educational Group, Bhubaneswar, Master Trainer for Teachers Training, Career Counseling and Campus to Corporate. Masters Outbound Training Facilitator for Team Building and Leadership Development. Certified Associate Practitioner of NLP from ANLP India and Certified Practitioner of Meta NLP, Neuro Semantics Society. US Certified Language Trainer on BEC by British Council, a speaker to Big 92.7 FM, All India Radio Odisha, OTV, News World Odisha, and etc. News on career planning. He is a resource person for the Trainers Camp, New Delhi. Now I request our Dean Academics, Dr. Pramod Kumar Pusti sir, to kindly speak a few lines about our institute. Sir, please.
Jai Jagannath. A very good afternoon to one and all. A hearty welcome to all our distinguished speakers and participants as we embark on another captivating journey in the ISTD and IIMT lecture series. InterScience Institute of Management and Technology, Bhubaneswar, was established in the year 2007 with an objective of teaching science of management in addition to the practice of management. The name itself explains about the scientific study of management, and further to mention that it is inscribed in our institute logo. We are a UNESCO Unity Institute of UNESCO Chair, Professor of Economic Systems and Human Rights, Professor Francisco Vigliarolo, National University of La Plata. Let me now explain what we mean by teaching science of management. During these 15 years of excellence, we have organized, facilitated more than 100 symposium, seminar, workshops, national and international, in various niche areas of management and technology. Since our inception, we at IIMT have edited and published more than 100 volumes in the area of management and technology from reputed publishing houses like IEEE, SCM, Springer, Elsevier, iOS, SPY, Clear Academic, MDPI, Hendoi, or InterScience, etc. All these books are available for purchase from Google or Amazon. All our faculty members are engaged in these activities. Each year, we invite and host professors from abroad for workshops and seminars. I am tempted to say that last year, Professor Jesus Garcia from Universidad Complutense de Madrid and Professor Vijayan Sukumaran from Oakland University School of Business visited our campus. During the month of April 2023, Professor Vipul Jain was here from Victoria University, Wellington, for a month on a research exchange program. We publish management books through our own in-house publication, that is IIMT Lecture Notes on Management, where we publish the essential books like self-management, career guidance, and emerging fields of management. We have started one channel, namely IIMT Open House in YouTube. The purpose is to educate students and parents at large on various subjects and disciplines through talks and interviews. By now, we have more than 100 episodes available at our YouTube channel, namely at the rate IIMT Open House. We have taken interviews with professors, professionals, entrepreneurs, and policymakers. We have created a platform known as InterScience Research Network, consisting of professionals and researchers. It is available at www.interscience.ac.in, through which we organize various programs inside and outside India. We do arrange workshops and seminars at various universities. IIMT, in collaboration with ISTD, had successfully organized the first edition of an annual event on disruptive human resource management, people, technology, and strategy at IIMT campus, Bhubaneswar, during 13th and 14th January 2024, under the guidance of Dr. Paresh Chandra Mohanty, Director at Talent Sigma Professional Private Limited and Secretary, ISTD, Bhubaneswar Chapter, and Dr. Prabodh Kumar Mohanty, Chairperson, ISTD Bhubaneswar Chapter and Senior Director, HR and Skill, KIT University. We are planning to organize the second edition of Disruptive Human Resource Management, People, Technology, and Strategy during 11th and 12th January 2025. In order to increase the efficiency of the millennial generation towards placement, IIMT is launching a book on corporate readiness during the month of July 2024. The book will be edited by the esteemed editors, Professor Mukesh Chaturvedi, Master of Management Studies, BITS Pilani, Adjunct Professor, Jaipuria Institute of Management, India, Dr. Chandrai Mukherjee, Assistant Professor, IIM Visakhapatnam, India, and Professor Sikant Patnaik, Director, and Professor IIMT, Bhubaneswar. We do hereby request all our esteemed speakers and participants to contribute a chapter for the book on corporate readiness at publication@interscience.ac.in. Thank you all. Now I would request Mr. Alok to carry on with the session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Now I would request Dr. Paresh Chandra Mahanti, sir, to kindly address the session regarding the collaborative approach of ISTD and IMT lecture series. Sir, please.
Thank you, Mr. Alok Arun, today's moderator, Dr. P.K. Prushti, Dean IIMT, other faculties and students from IIMT, members of ISTD who have joined, and our today's speaker, Mr. Jaswant Narayan Singlal. As the secretary, I'm giving the activity to forward ahead. In this series, we are very happy that in collaboration with IIMT, we have completed 7 episodes with 7 eminent speakers, and today is the 8th one. This idea was mooted in a management committee meeting of ISTD Bhubaneswar chapter in the November 2023. And in December 2023, the first episode was delivered. And since then, fortunately, uninterruptedly, every month, second Saturday, we are able to hear one speaker of eminence. And the idea is to continue for 12 episodes. And these talks will be presented in a book form. And this recording is available in the website of IIMT for the benefit of the students and employees who want to further develop their employability skill. So without taking time, I would request Mr. Jaswant Narayan Singlal to make his deliberation, and I request everyone to listen properly, and if you have any question, he will give you the time to discuss. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. So with your due permission, I take it over. Thank you,
Yeah.
Alok, for a quick introduction of mine, and nice to know the way we associated with IIMT and the way it is going moving forward. Thank you. The topic is, again, the entire series is based on employability of the students. Numbers 13 in the group. Difficult to talk to people because I need responses. So what I have done, being very, very specific, and having gone through all the episodes so far, I have seen that yes, there are so many aspects covered, and eventually this will be released in the form of a book. That's a wonderful thing moving forward, because we attend so many sessions and nothing is recorded. Yes, you can get a recording of this video, but how many of us really spend time to listen to the entire 1 hour or a half an hour or 45 minutes recording? We do not have patience. We hardly listen to for more than 10 minutes maximum. So if it is presented in the form of a book, that is a blessing. You'll have a lot of wisdom out of it, because there are many professionals, they have spoken, and every doctor has their own wisdom. Every doctor has their own way of treating. Ultimately, the objective is that you should be treated well. You should be happy going back from the hospital. So let's get started. I'm sharing my PPT over here. I'm here with a new perspective. Mr. Alok, if you can make me host, I can share my PPT. Because I'm unable to share the PPT here.
You can share it.
Yeah, done. Thank you. Just confirm me anybody if it is visible to them or not. Everybody.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
it is.
Visible.
Thank you.
You can
Thank
see
you.
it,
Thank you.
Jaswant.
Thanks a lot. Fair. So your career, your responsibility. You must be assuming what is this career all about. I personally believe more than 17 years experience in the field of learning and development. Started my career as a a call center executive, as a teacher, went forward to becoming a lecturer, then followed by a corporate professional as a trainer in TCS, and followed by my edupreneurship career since 2012. It's been I completed in last June, 15th of June, 12 years. I've celebrated my anniversary of my company. And what I have understood one thing, there is no scope of blaming and giving excuses. It's all about you. Your career is your responsibility. My future is my responsibility. Anything happening in my life is because of me, not because of others. Yes, there are external factors. However, that's the reason we are human beings, to fight out with those external challenges and come out shining. And you might have heard the statement, if you are born without a silver spoon, but if you die without a silver spoon, that is a problem, right? So if you are if you're really trying to learn something, this is the time, this is youth, this phase is very, very important. The phase is school phase, obviously, followed by the graduation phase, and post-graduation, at least minimum 10 years. If you're not spending it with the full energy, difficult to fight and run in the race or the competitive race which is moving forward. People will out edge you every time you try to go up. This world is moving so fast. Everything is certain, uncertain, everything is unexpected, everything is incomprehensible, everything is brittle, fragile, everything, you will be surrounded by anxiety. You do not know what is going to happen tomorrow. So you have to be ready. And what makes us different than others? The way, if you know, if you have the correct exposure and fight with the challenges of the world. Every day you go up or you rise, you should be ready to handle the worst event of the day. And that's only possible if you have the right knowledge and you have the right spirit and energy to move forward. All right. So with this note, by setting this foundation, let's me move forward. I'm going to share all my experience with all of you. I will not talk about typical employability interviews, resume, which I already been discussed. However, I will leave my number. Anybody can stay in touch with me. Moving forward, this session is useful for undergraduates. If the students are not here, if anybody is here, they can watch it. If anybody is not here, anyway, this is going to them in the form of a book. You can relish this later. Graduates, postgraduates, early stage professional, mind it. I'm including this particular point. Early stage professional is very important. Suppose you have just entered into the corporate arena, you have become a professional, started working. This is also very important for you. Why? I'll talk to you later. Students of junior colleges, yes, it is important, and most importantly for all parents. And parents include everybody. It includes all of us. It includes anybody present here who is a parent. Because another crisis which parents face, that my child is not settled. My child is struggling. My son has done his MBA, but he's not able to get right jobs. Just sir, please help them out. Sir, my daughter doesn't want to go to Gurgaon or Delhi. Any job available in Bhubaneswar, sir, 10,000, 12,000 also will do. Now see the questions. Now see this kind of scenarios when I find it. There are a lot of factors responsible for getting the right job satisfaction. Because if you're not pursuing a particular profession properly and with your choice, and it doesn't make you happy for the next 10 years or 15 years, that's not your career. Please understand that. Very, very crucial to understand this particular aspect, right? Hence, I have come up with the session today, your career responsibility. Let's try to understand, am I in my right career? Am I in my right profession? Am I pursuing my right goal or passion, which I had already thought of? Am I in a confusion? Am I not happy? Do I have a mentor? Have I taken any mentorship? Have I taken any guidance? A lot of questions are there, right? So there's a lot of things to explore and interrogate today. So let's have a quick look at some figure, statistics, because saying all this without statistics won't help. So the employment rate in India stood at 45.20% in the first quarter of 2023. I'm not highlighting 24, but 24 just started, it's middle. Research is still going on. Let entire 2024 gets over, then we'll have another data. Out of 2023, 45.20% is the employment rate. Amongst what? This is as per the source tradingeconomics.com. A new study says 45% Indian graduates who apply for jobs are employable with the skills to meet the industry's rapidly changing demands. As per the demand is changing, as per the technology and the skills required in the market, and 45% of Indian graduates who can apply have the skill set, right? And the source is India's Graduate Skill Index 2023, published by Economic Times. You can find it. You can Google it. You will find this out. And then the next speaks. The India Skill Report 2023 reveals improvement in overall personality or employability among young people, increasing from 46% to 50.3% in 2023. Additionally, the employable women workforce is into significantly 52.8%. This is the statistics. So somehow, in short, in brief, we are limited 46 to 55%. 50% is something where we are moving around. Now imagine 140 crore population and youth is a major chunk out of it, major portion, and almost 50% are not employable. And this is what is the crisis. And if you don't work, if you're not, we are neither into entrepreneurship nor into job, we are sitting idle. And see how the economy will grow, how will improve. We are not earning, we are not buying, we are not purchasing. So that ecosystem is not being maintained. So that's what the question is. So let's find out what is going wrong. Now, why this is happening? Why can't we go up to a level of 80%, 90%, 75%? Let's find out why. I would not blame education system for your kind information. I will not say that Indian education is such. I will not say Dr. Dasaka wants to say something. Sir, yes, sir. If you want to say something, you can say that. I don't want to say blame anybody, the government or anything. But nowadays, today's world, if anyone says that jobs are not available, I will not agree. The skill development index, the way it is moving forward, and the opportunities we have, the government is providing, anybody can earn by learning a skill. And if you are not considering or comparing one, this is a small career, this is a bigger career, this is छोटा काम है, ये बड़ा काम है, अगर आप इसको compare नहीं करते हो, इसके हिसाब से job 100% available है, all is available. I'll give an example. How people earning in Puri. I went to Puri. All of us have gone to Puri. I'm sure all of you know this. In the evening, around 6 o'clock, 5:30 at the sunset, you are at the beach enjoying that seaside. You will find people will come to you, sir, would you like to be seated here? We say, we think and say yes, if it's available. So if you have 5 chairs, investment is only 2,000 rupees. And every evening for one chair, they're charging 25 rupees. For 5 chairs, it is 100 rupees. 100 from evening from 5 o'clock to evening 10 o'clock. It is 5 hours. 500 rupees a person is earning. And into 30 days, 15,000 just by spending 2,000 rupees. Now, don't so that's it. I'm mentioning that if you do not really compare whether the job is small or big, then I don't think a job there is any unemployment ratio will come up. Everybody will not fetch a government job. Everyone will not fetch a job of their desire, because the kind of job you're expecting, for that you have to groom yourself. I need this, so I have to become this. Which job is easily available? Security guard, anytime. You go anywhere, security guard is all is available. But see the hardship they take, sleeping, entire day standing, at night they have to be there. So easily available. But becoming a civil service officer, getting an IIT, getting into IIM is not easy. You have to work hard. You have to be committed. You have to be spirited. That's very important. So let's answer this why. Now my question is this. You can see two dresses here, a shirt and a frock. Now my question is, I think this was an interactive PPT slide. However, I'm just asking a question so that the audience, whoever will watch this later, they can have an idea about what exactly I was trying to convey. If team is here, if other members are here, they can also respond. I will respond to them as well. What kind of factors do you keep in mind while buying your clothes? If you can respond from a few of you in the chat box, I would be happy. Otherwise, I'll continue responding to that as well. So usually, whenever buy something, whether you buy a shoe or buy a dress, buy a cloth, anything which you desire, what exactly do you keep in mind? Any responses, please, in the chat box, or shall I move forward? Yes, Alok.
Sir, material,
Yeah.
what kind of material it is?
Okay, fabric, you check that.
Fabrics.
Minimum saying occasion, affordability. Good. Somebody
Brand,
saying Durga Das
brand,
is a comfort. Very
then
nice.
brand.
Okay. Comfort and fit. Thank you so much. Now I am giving on the branded. See this. You can have a look over here. We look for brand, we look for color, we look for comfort, we look for design, we look for durability, we look for price, cost, purpose, occasion, size, everything we check that. Dress. And the dress which we keep buying throughout the year, which sees so many things. My cousin's birthday, my cousin's wedding. See, the shopping goes haywire. You go to many places, shop to shops, place to place to buy these things of your choice, matching. Such efforts throughout the years. Why are we not doing that with our careers? Why are we not consulting professionals or somebody who knows a lot about it, about my careers? What is better? That is the reason the problem is nowadays, which is trending, is called mid-career crisis. Now let me quote it. I'll share a figure with you. I have already done a survey on this. As per Hinge Marketing, this is a company which is into branding services. They have done a survey. 72.4% professionals, let me tell you, they are after 35 years, after spending some good amount of 10 to 12 years in one particular profession, they get a feeling and they get a trigger. Why are we really doing what we wanted to? Are we really happier out of it? So this is 72.4%. Mind it, it's not a small amount. And many of us, out of those 72.4%, they say, चलो भाई आ गए let's move forward. Fine, जिंदगी में ही रखा था. Category 2, what to do? I don't know, confused. Shall I continue? Shall I switch? Shall I find something different? I'm not getting it. And category 3, they take a risk. Like, come on, let me find out something new. And that portion is very, very less. Now, my question is, you should not come to this either of these categories. Why not take a right call now? And that is what the problem is. We are not able to write decision because we are not able to know our own competencies, my strength, my aptitude, my personality, my interest. I'm not able to do that. That's the reason I'm not able to find out the right inner call of mine. This is me. I am made for this. If this message doesn't come to you, doesn't hit you properly, then probably this will have challenges after 35, 40, that sometimes some kind of saturation and monotony will come to you. You will find that what am I doing here? Fair? So I believe I have tried my best to give you a clarity on what is the problem, the fundamental problem of not being happy with the corporate professions. You study in colleges bring placements, and you're not happy with the placement. So whatever the placement is available, you are going with that. When you start working on that, maza nahi aa raha sir, I'm not getting a kick. Then you're changing to another company. They're also finding, come on, is it what am I doing? I'm not happy again. You keep changing. So unlike 2 decades ago, nowadays the swapping and switching has become humongous. People are switching in every 1 year, maybe 6 months, maybe 2 years, maybe 2.5 years, maybe 3 years. As long as it is for your future improvement, is fine. But that stability will not give you, if you lack stability, that may not help you in the future. Fine. I believe I have made this first stage is clear. Why are you facing issue? Now you'll ask me a question, sir, you are talking so big. Are you happy with the career? I'll say I'm absolutely happy with my career. Let me tell you, I have chosen it. I have chosen to become an educator. My brother told me go and become an MBA. When I went to time also when I was in Rourkela, and I did very well in verbal ability English section. But in CAT examination, I scored very poor in quantitative aptitude and logical reasoning. Then I found, come on, my brother said, you try once again. I said, I'm so sorry, I can do that. Then I started my career, finding out my call. And from the very beginning, as a call center executive, because I love talking, I have spoken to, because I was trained on that. I have spoken to American clients, Canadian clients, Australian clients. That was my first job in Bhubaneswar. And I started my career as a teacher for a few months in Rourkela. So teacher to call center executive, followed by a professor, lecturer in engineering colleges, then as a corporate trainer professional in TCS. Then journey has gone big. I become a teacher's trainer and LED consultant, many things into it. I'm very, very happy. Let me tell you, as because I have got 3, 4 expertise, that's the reason during Corona, I was able to continue because I was getting some kind of work this way or the other way. Is because I have developed my skills, I have upgraded my skill set. So just one career may not help you. You have to find out the allied areas where you can do better. Why to sit idle? Keep upgrading. You never know it will be useful for you. And it was useful for me. So I'm very happy today. I'm doing very good. And I'm always there to guide people out that what is your call? I'll help them out. And that's what career counseling is something I'm into, working with state government of Odisha for entire state and for 22 lakh students, 30 districts. Moving forward. Now my question is, now let's find out similarly, the way we found out purpose, color, brand is required. So what factors should we keep in mind while choosing a career? I believe I am able to infuse in your brain. Now, the way you put effort to buy your dresses, even we buy 2 kg of apple or potato, we choose, we select. And please, for God's sake, never ever neglect your career. Find out, let it take some time, but find out and pursue like crazy and keep adding skill set so that you don't get bored with one particular career. Having 3, 4 skill set along with the primary skill set will always help you shine in the entire life of yours. You will enjoy, stay busy. Staying busy is a blessing, my friends. Stay busy. Staying busy is not an issue. वक्त नहीं है आपके पास. Fantastic, you don't have time. बिकॉज सिटिंग आइडल उनको पूछो जो खाली बैठते हैं उनको क्या लगता है. तो मैं आई एम ब्लेस्ड, आई एम वेरी हैप्पी दैट आई एम बिजी, राइट? सो प्लीज pray God that you should remain busy. That's very important for all of you to grow. Now here, let me quickly tell you the few factors are very important. First of all, I'm going rapid now. Ability and aptitude. You have to find out what is your ability and aptitude. उसके बारे में बताऊंगा मैं आपको. I'll be now sharing the entire stuff. What is ability, what aptitude, how do you find out what is your aptitude? I'll have a session, I'll quickly, and that is the second part of the session, right? Second one is personality. What is your personality? Simple example. I am very analytical by nature. My mind works, data analysis, questioning. So possibility is there that I can become a lawyer. Yes, law profession needs this for analysis. Becoming a data scientist, we need this, right? Now, being a lawyer, I have analytical skill to become a lawyer, but I am an introvert. I don't speak a lot. I choose my people to talk, and I usually not in a position to revert to people who argues or debates with me. So, do you think they will make a successful personality in terms of law as a profession? I'm sure you'll understand they will not, because personality is not matching with the careers. Aptitude is matching. Yes, they have the aptitude, but that doesn't have a personality. Please understand. Second, third one is interest. Now I have aptitude. I speak well. I debate well. I am very, very vivacious. I speak very, very fantastic. And I'm very analytical. I talk a lot. My question skill is very good. Let me tell you, but I don't like law as a profession. Kahin na kahin, then some in back of my mind, I have thought that I have heard somebody, a lawyer, no, 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 no. This is something I'm not liking. Going to the court, filing an affidavit, and people standing outside. So it has created an impression in the mind that law is this. But law is not this. Law is huge. Law is very vast. People do not have an idea about it. Today's world, power, anybody is powerful is because of knowledge they have, the kind of wisdom they have, the kind of exposure they have. So whenever it's possible, please use your youth time, this phase, in learning, running, door to door, place to place, pillar to pillar, pillar to post. You run everywhere, but learn. Give this first 10, 15 years, 1.5 decade completely after learning. Then things will be easy for you in the future, right? So these three things, they need to match. Fair. Moving on to the next one. Dynamic and stable careers. I have a PPT, in fact, slide immediately after this. I'll show that. I will not getting into it. But these two also make good points to make a career. When you decide a career, they have a role to play. Moving on. Long-term education, short-term education. Many students come to me and say that, sir, पढ़ने में और इच्छा नहीं है, sir. Seriously, not having a lot of interest to study further. Can you tell us something which will study quickly in 3-4 years and I get settled? Fine. That's also okay. So that's called short-term education. You are spending some minimum investment of timing and you get settled somewhere. Somebody says, no, sir, I have got a lot of desire to study, get educated, learn more, explore more, research more. I'm ready to spend some good amount of time, 5, 6, 7, 8 years to pursue my education. I want to be well educated because I believe education is power and knowledge is power. So I'm okay with long term. So long term and short term has a parameter as well to decide a career. And this session is an eye opener for everybody. Please do not take your career lightly. There's a saying, if you don't change your breakfast, you will become a breakfast. This is the world has become. I have already mentioned this world is unpredictable. This world is something which will give you shock every day. You will be surprised every day. You cannot know what is happening now. So learn how to fight with that. Don't give excuses. There is no space of excuse, blame whatsoever. But now I have explained aptitude, personality, and interest, and I did speak about long-term education and short-term education. Let's talk about dynamic and stable. You must be really interested to know about what is dynamic and stable. Let me show you something. You can see two comparisons here on the left and right. Please have a look. Stable career and a dynamic career. It may not be very accurate, but out of my experience, exposure, and observation, I have made two different pillars here. So stable, and these are comparative phrases are given here. So stable is 10 to 6, routine based, regular work, typical conventional work, risk is less, stress is less, tension is less, discomfort is less. It is there, but it is lesser than the other one. Income is standard, average, more than average, more than standard, but not very huge. And intellectual growth and learning becomes limited because you keep on doing one particular task every day, so that your learning remains limited. You don't have time to explore further, learn something new. That usually doesn't happen in this kind of jobs. And monotony at one point of time, that's stable. Okay, moving on, right? No fixed timing plays a role here. You just cannot say that 10 to 6 I'll come and go out learning and earning a lot. Difficult. So you need to be very flexible, adaptable to timing. Routine, there's no routine here. There will be routine, but sometimes you have to break this barrier of routine. Okay. High risk, yes, high risk, high gain. You have to take a risk, you have to take a decision. So discomfort is high. Also, because if you want to work, if you want to earn more, you have to work more. If you want to work more, you have to take a lot of pressure. If you want to take a lot of pressure, obviously there's a discomfort. And there will be stress. You have to handle it. And it is a fact, more than 70% people, they perform better under stress. It is a fact. You agree or do not agree, that's a fact. So income is unlimited here. It's up to your effort, the kind amount of effort you will put in, the kind of density you have in terms of infusing all your energy. Accordingly, income goes up. Okay, high risk, high gain kind of. Then unlimited intellectual growth and learning. I am quite a witness to you. Kind of straight away standing right an example to you. I am learning every day. I'm very thankful to God that God has helped me choose this profession. I'm into counseling, consulting, training, many things, and every day कुछ नया सीखने को मिलता है. और जहां नया सीखने को मिलेगा वही है डायनामिक. मुझे यही चाहिए. I applied only once for income tax officer when I was in final year of graduation. My dad told me in Rourkela, go and apply. There was only 300 posts, and there were from Odisha only there were 13,000 participants. There were at RD Women's College. I came there as a applicant to appear written examination. That was my first and last to appear any kind of government jobs. When I see a lot of people they're waiting for this job, 300 jobs in Odisha only 13,000. Imagine the entire all over India. So I decided, no, probably this is not my call. I'm made for something else. So I moved forward, and eventually I'm landed at a place fantastically. But let me tell you, my dear friends, had I have a kind of mentor, the way I mentor people, many students, that's my job. My success could have been earlier, 5 years earlier, in fact. My success could have been 5 years earlier, 5 to 6 years earlier. With a guide, your success is easier. As soon as possible, understand. If any BTech student are listening to it, or they will listen to it in the future. If any MBA graduates are listening to it, or they will listen in the future, please ensure have a mentor, right mentor who will handhold you, guide you to successfully very, very faster, accelerated. You cannot imagine. That's what people don't do that. All right. And the last but not the least, scope to upgrade the skill set. So every time you keep upgrading, I upgraded myself and I have switched I have not switched to different careers. I had one career that remained there. I have added a few. So, so I don't do one task always. I do 4 or 5 tasks differently, different things. But I have mastered all of them. There is saying jack of all trades, master of none. Let me just break it up. I'm not that. I have one skill. I thought it is a need. I upgraded. I learned it. I mastered this. Then I got the third one. As for the market dynamics, I changed myself. I mastered it, and I'm moving on. If I'm not 100%, I am 90% for sure in that particular career. I'll give my best, and people will listen to that, and I create impact. That's the reason I remain busy. I hope you got my point, what I'm trying to mention here. Now, quickly moving forward, right approach to career planning. Now, these 5 points are very important. I'm moving faster now. Understanding self, career defining factors. I've already mentioned, discussed with all of you. Knowing yourself is very, very important. That's the reason I said aptitude, personality, interest. What is that you have? We will now do it in the form of an exercise and a goal. Find out what this is what I need and prepare a POA, plan of action, move forward, and analyze to reach this goal what strength and weakness I have. And doing it alone is difficult. Without a mentor, without a proper guide, difficult to reach this level. This is a very, very important exercise, provided you should have a right mentor to guide you out for this. Fine, moving on. I'm already at the middle fetch. I need 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes more maximum to cover everything. So anybody has any question to raise related to this, please keep posting your questions in the chat box. I see that and I'll respond, because in addition to what I wanted to convey to the entire youth world, if you have a question and through your question I can convey this message to them, I'll be really grateful. Right. So I'm moving forward. I'll wait for your questions. If at all, you can post it. Let's assess our ability, personality, interest. Now, if you are there already, if you have a notebook or pen with you, you can find this an exercise. At least 13 members, 12, barring me, 12 members are here. If you can just do this exercise, you will go back to your childhood days. Oh, I have this, I have that. You will find out today that whatever you are into, most of you are professionals here, and you would today realize after these 4 slides, after 10 minutes, Acha, in addition to what I am at this moment, I could have become this, and this, and this. ये 4 में कर पाता शायद अगर मुझे पहले पता होता. So please involve yourself if at all you are available with a pen and paper. Moving on. These points are very important to find your inner core. Do I have minimum 1 primary and 2, 3 backup career options? Is very important initially when you carry it. Especially this message is for those who are in the early stage of life, or just graduates, postgraduates, for them. Your career, whatever you have decided, whatever you are pursuing or pursued, is it matching with your strength, aptitude, personality, interest? Will you be happy pursuing this career for the next 20 years, 20 years? Are you showing interest and commitment while preparing for this career journey? Are you very happy? Suppose somebody is doing MBA, somebody is doing BTech. Are you enjoying this MBA career? Tomorrow, Tomorrow we have a finance class. Oh, I love it. Let me go and learn this. Are you getting this? Oh, tomorrow finance. Oh, that sir will come. Oh, I don't get the head and tail of it. If you have this attitude, probably you are not in the right place. Learning business, understanding business, dynamics, change, different departments, you should be everyday spirited. Today also, even if I'm doing better in my career, if somebody guides me that this is what you need to improve, I take it like a blessing. Feedback is the breakfast of the champions, my dear friends. I repeat this statement. Feedback is the breakfast of the champions. Because the day you stop taking feedback, the day you cease taking feedback, you cease for the lifetime. You're done and dusted with the life, right? You have got one of the golden births of life, that is human. You are a human being, highly powerful. What is AI today? Artificial intelligence. It's because of us. Artificial intelligence there because of human intelligence, not that we are there because of artificial intelligence. So please understand that AI is powerful because of we are powerful. Our brain is powerful, and our brain is soaked up entire life in treating and fixing emotional issues, ego, jealousy. This happened, that happened. Do you really have time to fix these issues? Find out, find a career, do well, do contribute to the society, contribute to the country, make your parents proud. That's what something which you should be aiming at. That's my personal opinion. Rest, I think you're the best person to decide. Now, this exercise begins. If you're there, let's quickly move forward. Numerical, aptitude. The first one is numerical. I'll just quickly say, what is that? You can say tick. Tick means, yes, I am this. If not, then cross. So numerical is somebody who's good at calculation, profit, loss, percentage, variation, mixture, allocation, time, speed, distance, SI, CI. So number system. Mostly it's all about numbers, not typical mathematics, numerical. Are you good at numerical? Take it. Number two, verbal. Verbal means, are you good at talking, communicating, writing? You write well. Vocabulary is strong, not necessarily is only verbal. You are orally strong, you are written wise, you're also strong, both way. If both, then also you're verbally strong. If only orator, then also verbally strong. Only writer, then also verbally strong. So verb is all about words, right? Third is mechanical. There are two kind of people at home. If some machine or something is there, if it is not working or functioning, it needs repair. So somebody, what they do, they take it to the repair shop, and some people they use their own effort and do it. Let me try if I'm able to fix it or not. If you have this attitude, then probably mechanical, technical field, technical line is better for you, because you are showing interest and patience to work on this, and that's very important. Then you find that, yes, I can really make my career in the field of mechanical, machinery, electrical, electronics, telecommunication. That's something which I can become a better person, right? Civil. And if a verbal, what is that? A verbal means which industry demands verbal ability. If a writer, you want to become a writer, a communicator, police services, law services, journalism, mass communication, hotel industry, hospitality industry, travel and tourism industry, hospital management, hospitals, everywhere you need to speak out. The verbal ability is required. So it's very simple. If you know this is what other aptitude and strengths are, as per that, you can find out your own options, right? Similarly, reasoning and logic, yes. If numerical and logic is stronger, then you can become a good coder. You can code well. You can become a good chartered accountant. You can do well in accountancy services, right? So that's what you need to highlight. And visual and spatial. They are those people, those visually very strong. They see something and they remember, and they can draw. So for them, careers like design, careers like interior designing, your jewelry, fashion designing, footwear designing, we have communication and advertising. This industry work for them a lot. Architecture, planning, urban planning. These careers are very, very important for, and artists, sculpture, archaeology. So these are the careers for them. Personality. Let's quick understand here. Now you tick your own personality. Quiet introvert. It's already mentioned. I don't need to explain that. Somebody who is quiet. There are two types of quiet introvert. Type 1, I don't speak at all. I speak very, very less. People say that किसी से बात नहीं कर रहा. दूसरा, when I see my comfort zone, I talk. comfort zone, confidence aa gaya, then I start opening up. So that is type 2. So you decide who are you. The strong, resilient, and calm, somebody can quickly fight back, recover from different situations. They don't hold for a long time the emotions. Third one is easygoing, impulsive. These people, they take quick decision, being very spontaneous. They hardly think of their actions. So sometimes it works, sometimes it does not, and sometimes they repent that why did I do that, right? And the fourth one is practical, realistic. So they are aware of the realities of life. They plan. They know that if I don't plan it now, then it will be a problem for me, and they understand it. That's called practical, realistic. And the tough and competitive is somebody who have a strong, competitive desire to fight out, to fight with the world. This is not happening, nahi happening, we'll do it. Don't worry. So they are ready to challenge the competition of the world. That's called tough and competitive, right? And sometimes, because they're very tough and competitive, they are a little less emotional when it comes to emotions. They don't showcase the emotions very vehemently whenever the situation comes up. People who are very sensitive, they showcase their emotions very quickly. That happens, and that's the reason they are hurt many a times. People who are tough and competitive, they are not hurt always. It hurts, but even if it hurts, they either they fight it out or they close it then there, or maybe some after some time. But sensitive, anxious, they have tension. Why did it happen? I was not expecting. This world is not good. They will start blaming the entire world. How to trust these people? So you have issues, trust issues. You will have conflicts. You will have emotions, emotional mood swings. Completely, you have it. People mostly who are the opposite of it, and that's what is here. You can see that. Social extrovert, sensitive, anxious, nervous, focused and organized. These people are very organized, efficient. They go step by step and they do their routine work very, very effectively. And the imaginative, experimental, somebody who keeps changing. ये नहीं हुआ तो उसको कर देते हैं. We can start that. We can do that. Let's try. So they don't surrender. They keep trying that, right? And the last but not the least, generous and cooperative. These people are very helpful and kind. They do, I would say, uh, feel very bad about, they realize that come on, this is not right and this should not have happened to them. They empathize a lot. The emotional quotient is very strong in them, in terms of empathizing for people, right? So generous and cooperative people. So this is what about interest. And I think personality, we have discussed stable and dynamic. We have discussed aptitude, numerical, verbal, mechanical, reasoning, spatial. We have discussed personality. Now we are left with the last option. That's called interest. Let's quickly move forward. Now here I go. The interest. Interest is, you will see against every statement, there is one letter written in the bracket, parenthesis. And I would leave it to you to guess. If you have if you have really concentrated for the entire session of mine, after 2 minutes, I'm showing you a slide where there is a task for you. You have to answer this in the chat box, right? So quick, whatever question you have, you can ask me. This is the second last slide to complete this. And you have to guess what is that R, what does that R stand for? Against every sentence, there is something written over here. R. Keep guessing. Do you prefer to use physical strength, walk with hands? That is you. This is in terms of strength. So if I like something, I don't mind getting up early in the morning, 5 o'clock also. There are people, whatever it is, why 8 बजे से पहले उठना ही नहीं है. I cannot wake up before 8 o'clock. So if you're somebody physically strong and you really are okay with physical work activities, your bodily you're very strong. That is called kinesthetic intelligence in terms of multiple intelligence of Howard Gardner. So if that is there, then physically strong, then that is called a realistic. R stands for realistic. This is the first R of the entire Holland's theory, a realistic. Note it down. Second point. Are you good at interrogating, analyzing, interpreting? Understand. Question. How did it happen? What was the logic? It could have happened that way as well. So this interpretation, this analysis, this interrogation, everything together is a kind of interest section as per Holland's theory, and that's called investigative. R stands for realistic, I for investigative. Okay, moving on. Are you creative or innovative? So you think like of, if not this way, the other way. These are those people, those who good at, they're good at giving solutions, a lot of solutions. If not this, let's try this. If not that, let's try that. So and they like any kind of artistic stuff like dance, music, painting, drama, theater, puppetry, your stand-up comedy, any kind of entertainment form, artistic form, creative form, laughter challenges, they really appreciate that. So A for artistic. I believe it is clear to all of you. So I review and repeat. First one is realistic, second one is second one I is investigative, and the third one is A for artistic. Then moving on, next one is, do you want to help others, offer support when needed, and care for others? We in personality we have read a section called cooperative and generous. Similarly, here it is S for social. These people interest called social sections. You are, suppose it is a party, it's a reception. मेरे घर में अगर मुझे पापा में I used to wait when my dad used to bring a wedding card. Arey, we have got an invitation. When is the date? I used to block those dates. I'll go to reception and have dinner over there. I'll have food full. जितना मर्जी उतना खाऊंगा. Because that's where we get a liberty to eat anything. Otherwise, you go to restaurant, a la carte. ये हाँ इतने में हम तीनों को हो जाएगा. I will not think of fourth one, where I can always go for fourth. But over there, I used to eat a lot. So this is something I am ready to go anywhere. I am ready to meet people, ready to help people. You are very social. You are approachable. Then S for social. That's one. Next is, are you good at influencing people? Do you love taking risks? So you are a risk taker. You influence people. You convince people. You have the command over them. So that's called E for enterprising. E for enterprising. These people after certain years, they feel like starting their own company. They want to do something of their own. They want to be independent than working under somebody. So these people are enterprising, always ready to move. Last but not the least, do you love process-oriented tasks? Do you not accept challenges easily? So these people at the change, there is a concept called change management. People usually have resistance when some decisions are taken and it is affecting them. So usually people who have been a part of the entire process-oriented task, suddenly after 20 years, 15 years, there is a change, they're not able to accept it. It is happening across organization, especially for those people who have been working in one organization for more than 15, 20 years. If they are finding some dynamism, some changes, they're not able to register, they're not able to accept, they're not able to adapt. So change management is a very, very, very crucial scenario in different organizations. So last one is C for conventional. Do you love process-oriented tasks? Do you not accept challenges easily? Yes, they're conventional. The conventional people usually do not accept changes. They take time or they become a rebel, they revolt. I believe it's clear. I just simply repeat it. R realistic, I investigative, A for artistic, S for social, E for enterprising, and C for conventional. And this is what realistic all about, which I was talking about, which I explained through examples. So you are the best person to find out what you are, whether you are all or you are few of them, or you are one of them, or you are three of them. Now you have a task here. Now let's see, let's engage ourselves for some responses. This is my last slide. Whatever you have learned, if we combine, somebody is numerically strong and mechanically strong, mechanical aptitude, numerical aptitude, which I discussed earlier, then what kind of career is better for them? Can we participate, all of us here in the last slide, so that just for an understanding that yes, we attended this workshop and we learned something out of it, right? So numerical, if you can take anything out of it. Out of 1 to 9, you can pick anything. Can be 6, can be 7, can be 5. But you simply write, for me, 5. If anybody is 5, then these careers are recommended. These careers can be done. These people will do well in this particular careers. Now, the ball is in your court. I'm waiting for the responses. If responses I do fine, I'll find that yes, you have got something out of it, and you'll take back home to others. Pick any. Simple one task. Out of 9, you pick any. And if this is 5, this is 4, then what are the careers? Let's see. I'm done with my session. This is the last task for all of you. So Mr. Alok is saying 6, research and development, interrogation analysis. Fantastic. Yes. CBI, police, law, R&D, scientist, data analyst, data scientist. So they all careers, they go for this number 6. Thank you so much for being the first to respond. Let's see if any other responses. Politicians as well, Srikanth interviews and analysis. Yes, politicians as well, they need all the skills as well. Very true, very true. Is that all? The only response? Okay, number 3, politicians, verbal and social. Yes, politician, fantastic. So we have so many members. That's Durga Das Racer. Number 1, administrative, numerical, mechanical, not necessarily to have administrative career. Somebody technical careers are more recommended, so for them. For example, somebody is numerically strong, mechanically strong. They can get into ITI, they can get into diploma, they can into typical technical jobs, BTech, and electrical, mechanical, civil, those areas. If numerical and reasoning, then coder, computer science, AI, technology, that's something good for them. I believe you got it. Meena ma'am saying is trainer number 1, numerical, numerical, mechanical, ma'am, not necessarily trainer. Yes, can be a technical trainer, but for them, if you do not have verbal ability, you cannot become a trainer. For trainer, you need to have a verbal ability. For number 1, numerical, mechanical, cannot be the determinant only for becoming a trainer. Trainer needs verbal ability. All of us need verbal. Number 3 is fit for us. Alok saying number 5, physical strength, sports, military. Very nice. They can do NDA, defense, CDS, command defense service, army, navy, air force, merchant navy. Yes, absolutely right. Sanjay ji saying accounting, finance. Yes, very true. With numerical only accounting, finance okay, but mechanical is not required. It is we ma'am saying entrepreneur and investment banker for number 1. Number 2 is fine for entrepreneurship and investment banker, but mechanical is not required. Number 1, entrepreneurship. Yes, fair enough. Engineers number 1. Absolutely. Perfect. Got right. I got my responses. I'm happy because you are through it, you got it, and you utilize and applied whatever you have learned. That's it. This can be done as an activity with the students also. Let them realize what they're doing. Are they fit for HR, marketing, finance? For everything, there are certain attributes. You find these attributes and tell them, find out what is better for them. This exercise can be done in all schools, B schools especially. Right? So HR, marketing, finance, IT, system, operation, wherever he is good at. That's all. If you have any question, most welcome. I share my number here and email ID. So stay in touch for any kind of questions. I am professionally a career counselor. I work with UNICEF and State Government of Odisha. We are almost every day regularly we are functioning with them, with the State Department of School and Mass Education. My job is this, and this is my number. I am always available over the WhatsApp mostly because my responses in WhatsApp are quicker than calls because I'm pretty occupied. Right? Any questions? Most welcome. Otherwise, over to the host. I'm done with my session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Of thanks for this session. On behalf of the organizing committee of the ISTD and IIMT upskilling series on your career and your responsibility, I extend my sincere gratitude to each one of you for your invaluable contribution making today's event a resounding success. First and foremost, I would like to express our heartfelt appreciation to Dr. Paresh Chandra Mahanti sir, Director at Talent Sigma Professional Private Limited and Secretary of ISTD Bhubaneswar chapter for delivering the welcome address and setting the tone of the event. Your insights have provided a strong foundation for discussion. A special thanks to Mr. Jaswant Narayan Singhal for his enlightened talk on your career, your responsibility. Your expertise and insights have enriched our understanding of this crucial aspect of professional development. We also extend our sincere appreciation to Professor Srikanth Patnaik, sir, Director and Professor at IIMT and National Committee member of ISTD Bhubaneswar chapter, for gracing us with his presence and support throughout the series. Your guidance and encouragement have been instrumental in shaping the success of this initiative. Finally, heartfelt thanks to the dedicated members of ISTD and IIMT for their unwavering support and assistance. Your dedication ensured the smooth execution of this event. If any of the participants missed today's session, you can visit our YouTube channel, IIMT Open House, where all the sessions will be uploaded and accessible at any time. Thank you all. We will meet again next month at the same time and same place. Thank you all. Have a nice evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jaswant. Thank you, Alok. Yeah, we close.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Bye.